Hey guys, how's it going? It is Matt McNeil coming to you from the garage, working on these Amy's. You're looking at number, let's see, number 2 and number 5. Number 3 and 4 went out today. Number 1 was delivered a few weeks ago. It was the sort of the prototype and test bed for a lot of this stuff. But those two are so close to being finished. This one still has Evil Ed eyes in it, but this one, it's got the 4th seal eyes in. They showed up. Look how great those look. Yeah. And actually, one of these 2 copies is going to be mine because I always try to pull one and keep it around as a paint master, which actually brings up a question. If I do a run of 20, does mine technically count in the 20? I've always counted it in the past, but anyway, in the comments below, those of you who make masks, let me know if you count yours in a limited run. Interesting question. Anyway, so if that's the case, and there's really only 19 Evil Eds, 19 Michaels, and currently there would be 19 Amy's, but I do think that I'll probably ultimately do 25 Amy's, but I'll probably take a break between 20 and 21 so that I can sculpt something else because I'm starting to get itchy for sculpting something. So anyway, but yeah, there's that, and as you see, I got a whole bunch of other Amy's sitting here. Now, these wigs are not in place. As you can see, that's sort of off, but they are all weaved. They're all ventilated, the widow's peaks, except for this one, which is in progress right there. But let's get back to that in a second. I've also got a bunch of teeth going here. I still need to print some of the inner mouths, which are here. But I've got plenty right now of the upper and lowers that are waiting to be painted. But as far as the inner mouth is concerned, that's what's going on over here in my 3D printer. We can get in there and see when it lifts up. Yep, you see just peeking in there at the bottom. There is a set, an inner mouth set printing right now. So anyway, yeah, things are hopping over here, getting this stuff done. But I just wanted to revisit, we talked about this one time before, the whole idea of ventilating a wig. Let me get you set up here. Pardon my mess again. My garage is always a disaster. But I guess maybe that's how I work best. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. That's going to be my excuse. There you go. Can we see that? Is that going to work? So, yeah. As far as ventilating these wigs, man, it's quite a task. And the reason it's quite a task is these wigs come with this lace, but they don't come with, the widow's peak. They come flat across the top. And as we all know, Amy had that killer hairdo with the widow's peak in the front, which is very vampirish, which means we've also got to do that very thing. So, in order to do that, what you do is you take some hair, and what I do is I actually flip the wig upside down, and the last 2 rows of hair up underneath, I'll cut that hair so that obviously we are, let's see if I can get my hand in here without hitting the arm, so that we're matching, right? Because if I bought some extra hair and was trying to blend this in, you might get close, but why do that to yourself, right? And so I try to use hair from the wig, and if you cut it from up underneath, you'll never see that. It doesn't really detract from the volume of hair, as you can see in these Amy's. There's no shortage of hair. There's plenty of hair. So yeah, so anyway, I trim this out from up underneath, and painstakingly, it's not one hair at a time. You could do that, but boy, you would probably end up in a mental institution if you went that route. But one sort of square in the lace at a time, you weave it in. So let me see if I can I use this sort of magnifying thing, if you can see it. It's one of these things on an arm, to really kind of get it so that I can see what it is that I'm doing. And now you can't see what I'm doing. Let's see. Maybe if we come around to this side. Oh, now we're talking, right? Okay. If I can get my hands in here. All right, so as we discussed before, where's the camera on this thing? Which corner of the camera? It's up here. Here, 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 here. This little barb thing, and who knows if it's going to actually give me a focus. Probably not. It's really close. But this little hook has a barb on the end that is so hardly visible. And what it does is when you hook it through one of these little lace squares, it allows you to snag a couple of hairs each time, pull it through, make a knot, pull it tight, and move on. So that's why this takes quite a bit of time and patience, because what you're going to do is you're going to poke it through a hole like so. You're going to hold this very tightly, and you're going to pull a couple of hairs. You're going to pull it through. You grab it, and then you twist it, and then you pull it back through itself, just like that. And what you want to do is you want to pull it up and away. If you pull it this way, you'll end up grabbing like hair in the wig, and I've got it tied back here, so it ends up making a big stupid like knot and making a mess. So you just want to pull it up and away from the wig itself, so that you're not retangling the hair that's on the top of the head. I'll do another one here. Pop it in the hole just like that. We grab a few hairs, back and through. Make sure you keep the tension on it. You twist it, pull it back through. You can see it making a knot. We come up and out, and then give it a little tug, pull it back, and that makes it a little knot. And you just keep going and keep going. I'll probably come down somewhere into here, and then I'll fill in all of this area here and a little bit more of this area there. But you just do it until you make the hairline that you want. Now, the one thing I will also tell you is it's really kind of good to keep a sort of track of where you are, because you could find yourself in the weeds and getting out of sorts. So what's nice about this wig is it does have a part in the center, if you can see this part right here. So that allows me to kind of know exactly where my widow's peak should peak, right? If it didn't have that, you could very easily find yourself running like, over here with the peak of the widow's peak, because it is kind of tedious and you find yourself getting lost. So that's good. And what I usually do is, particularly in the case of the widow's peak, from the hairline itself, I'll run a straight line of hair down to here, just as a guide. So it says, okay, this is the center, and then I'm going to fill in this way, and then I'm going to fill in that way. And you start at the hairline and you work forward. If you start here and work backwards, what you'd want to do is pull that hair down and away so that you could get in there. But it's just easier to work back to front, I find. The other thing is I could actually be doing this on an Amy head, but the color of the Amy head is very similar to the color of this lace. And when you do that, you cannot see you can't see what you're doing. You get lost in the shuffle with the lace itself. So what I've done is, this is just a styrofoam wig stand that I sprayed black, and of course the paint ate into the styrofoam just a little bit. But so what I did then was I took some black electrical tape and just coated the forehead, and that allows me to really be able to see the grid pattern on this lace. So here, let's do one a little bit further away so you can see. You want to keep tension on it. You pull it through, you grab it, you twist, and you pull it back through itself, keeping tension on it. Pull it up and away, and there you go. And, I will tell you, this right here, this little section, I've been at this for about an hour. So if anybody wants to tell you that ventilating wigs is not a tedious process, they've never done it. But I will also tell you that this is so worth it in the long run in regard to how it looks on the finished piece. I'll take you over here real quick, and we'll give you a close-up of what that looks like. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? Are you telling me I could glue that in place and have it look like that? No way, Jose. So I'm super happy with the way that the ventilation is working, and also these eyebrows are ventilated. This one needs a little styling, maybe a little soap or something in it, just to kind of get it back in line. But I mean, as far as like, you'd never lay a glue eyebrow like that. So anyway, I'm a huge fan of it. I've made several videos on the subject, but so I'm probably beating a dead horse. But I'm going to tell you, it's for me, it's definitely the way to go. So there you go, a little ventilation going on there, and a whole lot of Amy's. It's amazing that it goes from this to that, right? So yeah, this is how sausage is made, guys. Look away, kids. But yeah, I don't know why this camera is being so overblown. Hello. Anyway, trying to get my exposure correct. Oh, now we're getting there. So anyway, there you go. Hope that helps. Thanks to everybody who has ordered one of these Amy's. I will tell you that all 20 of the limited run, initial run, are spoken for. Does that mean that you're not going to be able to get an Amy if you really, really wanted to get an Amy? Actually, no, because I've told everyone that I've sold one to that I'm sort of reserving the right to potentially make 25 of these. But I'm going to take a little bit of a break, probably at number 20, so that I can sculpt something new. And then we will get back in business and maybe make 5 final Amy's for anybody who missed out on this first run. But that's it, 25, because I got other things I want to do. So anyway, stay tuned for that. But yeah, thanks for all of the positive feedback, guys. And I hope you're enjoying it. Talk to you later.